Okay, here's how you play Uno Teams. In Uno Teams, the goal is to be the first team of players to get rid of all the cards in their hand. And in Uno Teams, you'll still take the same action on your turn, discarding a card to the discard pile that matches either a color, number, or symbol. So for instance, you could play this 8 because it's green, or you could play this yellow 5 because it's a 5. But in this game, you have to help your teammate to make sure that you both get rid of all of your cards. Choose a partner and sit across from them on the table. Each player will get 7 cards, and then before playing, everyone will pass 1 card from their hand to their partner. Just like in regular Uno, when you play action cards or wild cards, they have special effects. Wild cards work the same way as in the base game. You get to choose the color of play going forward when you play them. Plus 2 cards work in the same way. The next player has to draw 2 cards and lose their turn. The skip card works in the same way. The next player would simply skip their turn. The reverse card works in the same way, where it would reverse play order. There are a couple of new wild cards, however. There's a wild team play card. Whenever this card is played, you would choose a color. Play would then skip directly to your partner, and if they can play a card, they would do that, and then play would continue from your partner. If your partner can't play a card, however, you have to draw 2 cards as a penalty, but play would continue from them with the chosen color. There's also a wild team draw 4 card. This card would make the next player draw 2 cards and skip their turn, and their partner would also have to draw 2 cards, even if they're out of the game. And the player who plays this card would get to choose the new color. There are also some cards in the game that have this passing symbol right here. If you play a card that has the passing symbol, you and your teammate can both pass each other a card. It's very important though that you don't communicate openly with your teammate in any way that would influence the type of cards that are passed to each other. You can talk to your teammate, but you can't drop any hints about the cards that are in your hands. And if you were to play a wild card, you can't give your teammate any information that will let them know what color should be played, for instance. If any player is down to 1 card in their hand, they have to yell Uno to let the other players know that they're about to go out. Your partner could also say Uno for you. If somebody catches you, however, without you or your teammate having said Uno, you have to draw 2 cards. If one player goes out of the game by playing their last card, your partner would pass you half of their cards rounded down, and you would keep playing. But if your partner only has 1 card left in your hand, they don't pass you anything and you stay out of the game unless a card makes you draw more cards. And if you're out of the game, you can get tagged back in. If your partner has to draw cards for any reason, they immediately pass you half of their cards rounded down and you're back in the game. When both players on a team play their final card and both players are out of cards, they would win.